only you had just been happy with what you had. Your boy Felix, Gallardo, man. This was a great season. I mean, I loved season one, and as good as season one was, and season one was really good. I think they ramped its way up in this season, man. They just ramped its way up. I mean, this was so hardcore. I don't have partners. I have employees. That's a hard line. That's a hard line. No, I just thought this was a really great season, And I think, obviously, really, the crux of it was this was about two things. It was about revenge and power, and how power can corrupt and lead you astray. So revenge in the sense of I believe the DEA agent, Walt, who was, him and his team were pretty much getting revenge from one of their own being killed. I think it's Camarena, the guy from the first season. And they just went on this crusade to try and break these guys down. And then from Felix's point of view, he was like, you know what? Because again, it's about, because obviously you saw how they consolidated all the plazas at the end of season one. And in season two, you saw how there was friction. You had your boy El Chapo doing his thing, building a tunnel in there, and how I think it's is it the Felix, basically the crew that is ruled by Benjamin, and obviously the Sinaloas, which is obviously your boy El Chapo, and what's his name? Oh gosh, I forgot. Palma, which I'll get there. So there was all that stuff happening, but I think what you had was, and it's so crazy how you've just seen Felix really devolve and get into this situation. I'm going to give a shout out to the actor. I believe it's Pedro Pascal, isn't it? It's Pedro Pascal, because I always get him mixed up with the guy from Game of Thrones and the guy from that Star Wars thing, the Mandarin. No, the Mandalorian. I believe his name is Pedro Pascal. Really good actor, and I just think because he's normally known for romantic roles and the kind of like romantic, affable kind of guy. So this is a huge departure from what he's really done before. And I just thought he was great in season one. I think he took things to another level in season two, because I love subtle acting. I hate things that are really overacting. That's why in some instances in season two, I don't blame him. I blame the script, because sometimes you're like, bro, just leave it. You don't need to say another line and another line and another line. You're just repeating the points again. Just, less is more. Less is more. But I mean, wow. I mean, the violence in here and the aggressiveness in here was just crazy, And I think there are parallels between Felix and Tony Montana, because Felix was in a great position. He was in a really good position where it's like, all right, you rigged this election, you got yourself in a powerful position right now, just be cool. But I think it just shows about how power corrupts. It shows about how power corrupts, because in his mind, he was like, I've got to get these people to fear me, because I think what really pissed him off was obviously there's so many elements. That whole thing, the Acosta and Palma thing, how he heard them say, let's take over Felix, because Felix, this guy is going too crazy. So maybe it's that paranoia that was like, you know what, screw these dudes. These dudes need to fear me, because if they fear me, they can't F me over. And again, that's really moving, because I think what you now saw from all of the other dudes, and I think specifically Amado, who is a guy who's been watching that for that dude, was how they say, you know what? I mean, there's so many elements, because on one hand, we saw at the very end where it was like, you know what? Screw this, Felix. You've gone crazy. We're pulling out. And everybody pulled out. Because I was thinking that's why. Is Athol going to stay? Is maybe a Chapo going to stay? Are they going to stay because they're going to maintain their Sinaloan allegiances and everything? But Felix had gone so far that even the people that were loyal to him, that grew up with him from his own village, said, nah, screw you. And even so, when he even went to the prison, he saw, I think it was Neto and his brother, who was flipping hilarious. Nada. You could say he didn't even say anything to his brother. He didn't even say anything to him, so that was crazy. But then again, there's something that's interesting that Felix said to Walt at the very end, where he says, that's not going to last. That's not going to last. Because that was me thinking, even in my own life stuff, I was like, oh my God, this is cool, Everybody does their own thing, you know. You don't have one guy that's just ruling people and just like screwing over people. Everybody owns their own territory. There's not this huge federation where you have to take rules for everyone. You have your own rules for your own territory. So yeah, it's all cool. But then as Felix said, is that we're not dealing with rational creatures. We're dealing with human beings. And human beings are greedy by nature. And as I said, people will want to have the best routes. People want to have the best channels and direct lines of communication to the presidency. You know, and there will always be an issue because people will always want some more. And as he says, I know, so I think it's Juan Guerra, the guy who rules the Gulf, him and his nephew. They're just going to sit back and just see these guys fight against each other, specifically the family with Benjamin and his brother and his Ramon and his sister there. And one of those chicks is damn hot, the Colombian chick. And then against obviously the Sinaloa ones, which is of course Chapo and that other dude there. I thought it was with them. But I think the key thing is what he said is that's Amado guy. Because he's the guy that just seems the most level-headed. And he's the guy, because again, as he said, like, I was always going to screw you over. But I had to screw you over in a group. Because if I had screwed you over as an individual, people would say, watch out for this guy. So he no, I was going to screw you over. I had to wait for the right time to F you up and really screw you over. And he waited for the perfect time. So that was great. And I think, you have to look at the world storyline with the DEA agents as well, where it's like, bro. And I think that's the beauty about this. Because if this wasn't based on a true story, of course the DEA agents will win, blah, blah, blah. He'll win, he'll take the old stuff, because he's the white cop and everything, blah, blah, he'll win. But this is real life. This is a true story. There are no winners. And at the end, he won, but he didn't really win. Because, okay, yes, Felix went to jail, he went to prison and so forth and everything, but you got a lot of people killed, and those drugs are still being up. Because remember, the empire is still there. Now, Felix's empire maybe... No, Felix is gone, but his empire is still there. Because his empire has now been carried on by this new federation, which have now gone now form into these cartels. So it's wild, man. It's wild because I think, look, for me, I'm not the guy that gets into these drugs or anything like that, but I just think I think the fascination about these kinds of stories, whether you're in this world or not in this world, is it's about human nature and it's about humanity and it's about how far people can go. And it just shows you humanity in the most rawest form possible. And about what these guys will do in the rawest, purest form. When people's backs are to the wall. I mean, the kind of violence that we saw, blood, god damn, flipping crazy. And you just have to take yourself out that, Netflix, like, every single episode, this would easily be a film. Every single episode, it looks like a feature film. And see, I don't know how much the budget was, but just the production value, the filmmaking quality, the directing, the acting as well, was absolutely outstanding. As I said, Felix is great, Pedro Pascal is great. That goal, obviously the guy that acts as Walt, he's obviously a guy that's been getting a lot of these roles and a really good actor. He was also in True Detective season 3, I believe. So he's really good. But yeah, obviously Arthur is my favorite character. I don't know, I just love Arthur. But yeah, it's just so good. It is so well made. And even when you saw, like, props, the craziest bits of the whole thing was the whole plane situation. I'm like, these dudes really moved 70 tons of cocaine. Like, that is insane. Absolutely insane, man. So yeah, man, so if I was rating this, give this a good old-fashioned rating, man, I'd have to give this an all... Whew. I think because I might have to give this a tier 1. I might have to give this a tier 1 because I was about to say upper tier 2. But when I say upper tier 2, I can't think of many things that were done badly. Like maybe a few times in which a few lines that didn't maybe work, a few lines didn't work too well. Some lines could have been done better here. But apart from that, I mean, their acting was excellent. The script for the most part was really good. The filmmaking I thought was outstanding. The directing was quality. The storytelling, how the story was structured. Like, there was never, it has to be tier one. There was at no point at this season was I like, okay, this episode is dragging. Okay, this episode, I was fully enthralled through everything. And just think about it. This is 10 hours. Because I checked, I said, man, this stuff is long. Every episode was an hour. Every episode is an hour. So this is 10 hours of stuff. And for me, I'm much more of a film guy. I'm a film actress. I'm much more of a film. So to really get me this enthralled for a TV thing, you've got to just do something big time. So for me, I mean, yeah, I'm going to give it tier one. Tier one, you know. Obviously, I still need to get back onto the main Narcos thing, which I think is with the Escobar and so forth. But I don't know. Narcos Mexico, I just love this thing. And there has to be season 3. There has to be season 3. And obviously, season 3 will obviously be your boy Felix in jail. But now season 3 is, what's Amado going to do? Because I've got my eye on Amado and what he does. And is Walt now going to continue now trying to say, you know, what's up to these guys? Because trust me, this stuff extends all the way into the 90s, even now. So, so basically, this could go to season 5 and 6 seasons, as long as they maintain the quality. Because these Mexican cartels and drug lords have been operating all the way through the 90s, 2000s, all the way till now, because they're still having issues now. So we are just going through this. We're going through a crazy chronological view of Mexican drugs. How those guys rig those elections, man. My gosh, man. And also as well, I know I'm going on. I want to see Chapo. Because hey, look, see, El Chapo's already doing that, I know. That's the only dude that I know. So I wanted to see what is El Chapo storyline. So it's just so crazy seeing how much El Chapo was involved in all these dudes, man. So it's tier one. So if you've not watched it, fully 100% recommended. I mean, it's truly outstanding. Truly outstanding. So yeah, man. Peace out, stay true for more content. I'm out.